Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. Quick reminder about our new merch, which I'm really stoked about. Kyle's been kicking it in the ass with coming up with design stuff. So if you like what you see me wearing, head over to atlamerch.com, because the truth is we don't order a ton of stuff and it sells out fairly fast at this point. And also, you're gonna keep hearing me mention it. We're getting ready to drop our podcast, man. Sometime mid-April, it's looking like Autotopia LA podcast channel will come to life, and we're really excited about it. So with that said, Tony from a company called American Legends out in Arizona, met him in 2019 when he debuted a car called Corvette Mustang. And it was a freak show, kind of pissed off a lot of people that he had the balls to put a Ferrari motor in it, which I just thought was such a cool concept, putting a twin turbo F430 motor in. I've been a fan of Tony's ever since, but because of the distance between us, we've never shot before. Now we're here today at my friend Dave's house, and we're shooting our second American Legends built car. So I'm gonna bring in Tony, introduce him, and we're gonna talk about this beautiful Corvette that he built. I'm super excited to do this, dude. You know that, it's been a long time coming.
I am too.
So Corvette comes out, I know you're already building cars and you have a successful shop already at that point.
Yes.
But Corvette, I would have to say, really put you on the map as far as visibility goes.
No, it definitely broke the internet for a bit when it came out.
Yeah, it did.
It was something different. And that was the whole kind of concept behind that car. I wanted to show what was possible.
Yeah.
You know, or what we were capable of.
Yeah, but that we get to visit this car, dude, because this is a great Corvette, man.
It's by far one of my favorite driving cars that we've ever built.
That's awesome. Why don't we pop the hood, talk all the mechanical aspects, because there's a lot of body stuff to get into on this car. So can we start with the mechanicals first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Clean car when you got it?
The body had already been chopped up a bit, and it was just the body is all that we got.
So you got a perfect donor.
Correct.
You're not destroying some collectible non-63 that looks like a 63.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, you guys, I'll preface it with that as we start jumping in. This is a 64 Corvette, so anybody thinking, how could you do that, blasphemy and all that stuff to a 63 split window? So we'll get into the body mods, which will include that.
Correct.
So what do we got?
This is a LS7. The engine and transmission actually came out of a newer Z28 Camaro.
Okay.
Basically the last platform that was featured with the LS7. Originally, the customer brought us the body, brought us the drivetrain, and he brought us the chassis. Basically, from that point, we had the major components. We had to build the whole car. So it's a Texas Speed built LS7 that makes 645 horse.
At the tire?
No, at the crank.
Thank God in this little car, dude.
For the platform, the weight of this car, it's really like the perfect amount of power, especially being naturally aspirated and a big cubic inch motor because it comes in quick.
Yeah.
Much more, it would be it'd get to the point where it's unusable.
Yeah, and you probably got to be up torque range matched or maybe even more than horsepower.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 530 horsepower at the wheels and 540 torque. Yeah. So it was slightly more.
And then to transmission is what?
So it's a TR6060. So similar to the T56 Magnum.
Sure,
but it's that physical production model. Kind of a different shifter. Shifter has a little different feel, a lot tighter than the Magnum that's produced for the aftermarket. So.
Okay. And then rear end on the car?
Ford 9-inch IRS setup from Roadster Shop.
Oh, nice, dude. So then is it all Roadster Shop chassis underneath the car?
It's a full fast track IRS chassis from them. And then so the difference on this one is it's a narrow track width. So you have an option when you can get it to get the 58-inch wide from flange to flange, and this is 54. So that allowed us to run a lot deeper dished wheel front and rear on this car.
So what's exhaust? Headers, back? Is that you guys?
Yeah, so we made all the headers on this car because we kind of wanted that big fender well header look. The customer wanted it to be a side pipe car, and I kind of not a big fan of that like poppy side pipe, you know, just 4 cylinders coming out. So underneath the car, there's like a crossover pipe that balances the left and right, so you do get kind of all 8 cylinders coming out of each side. So it's got a different tone. It still has a little bit of that side pipe vibe, but it's also kind of got a full exhaust system sound to it too.
So I got to guess, with Roadster Shop, bare brakes on the car?
We're running all Wilwood brakes.
Oh, you are running Wilwood,
so
okay.
We pretty much use Wilwood exclusively at our shop. This car, we initially thought it would have a little larger wheel, but the fact that we ran these 3-piece wheels on here, the bolt flange really got in the way of the caliper, so we had to go down to a 13-inch.
So you have a 13 front rotors?
13 in the rear too.
Both 6-piston front rear?
6-piston front and rear. Yes.
Yeah, nice. You got a ton of brake on this car. Is it manual brake or?
It is manual brake.
Oh, God, I just, you know, I have such a grand love for manual brakes when they work properly.
They do. That's what's cool about this car. It has, like, you really drive this car, you know, being manual transmission, manual brakes, like you have, there's a lot of feel to it.
Yeah. What is the wheel? I mean, this is so badass.
We're running a wheel from Avant-Garde. It's their 420 model, 19 by 10 in the front with an outer carbon barrel, and then a 19 by 12 and a half in the rear with an outer carbon barrel. It's running a 7-inch outer lip in the rear and a 5-inch outer lip in the front. And I really like the leg of the wheel where the spoke actually comes out, overhangs the hoop, you know, and then returns. It gives you a completely different look and feel.
A lot of depth to these
Correct.
wheels.
Yeah, it makes
sure.
the hoop look deeper than it truly is in reality.
What are the tire sizes on them?
275, 35 in the front and a 345, 30 in the rear.
45, I do it. I'm so excited to talk about, because you did a lot to this body.
Yes.
I love that. That shuts like an old-fashioned Corvette.
Yeah, it still has the old Corvette latches in it, so yeah.
The whole car is widened, huh? I mean, the fenders and quarters are widened.
Correct, so it's just in the fenders and the quarters. It's nothing through the middle of the car, nothing inside the peaks.
I got
has
you.
been widened.
Yeah, but speaking of peaks, like this, you guys sharpened the hell out of all the lines on
Correct.
this.
A lot of it's all done in fiberglass. You know, I mean, some of the stuff is always enhanced in the body shop stage. These quarters started off as more of a vintage thing. There was a sticker on the back of them when we got them because, again, the customer supplied. And he's the kind of guy that just buys stuff over the years and years. So he's had stuff for this car for quite some time. And then when he decided it was time to build it, we got all the stuff he bought. And then obviously we provide everything else that's needed. But they had these like old stickers on the back that said Meyer, and it's like I'm used to them from the Mustangs, and I don't even know if it's the same people, but like we tried to
racing those guys.
That's what I think, but I don't know. So I never called and talked to them, and if they see this, they're like, we never built Corvette stuff.
We didn't do that. We're Ford only.
Like I tried to do some research and I could never find anything on it, but they are so much aggressive than anything you can buy on the market right now.
And so is the flaring already done by them?
The flaring itself was done, so it's basically a section.
Yeah.
The bonding
so that's
seam.
not you guys doing that where normally you would.
Correct. On these, we didn't physically make the fender.
Same with the quarter?
Correct. So
Did
it's a
you
panel
have to body work it? Because it couldn't have been this perfect right out of the box, was it?
No, they needed to be bonded to the car, and then you're body working everything and finishing it, enhancing all the lines. Like on the side of the fender, we grafted in a ZR1 insert. It was a fiberglass steel from like a race fender that you could get for some of the...
God. How about the carbon bumper? Is that a you guys or?
Yeah, so that's an OEM bumper that is skinned in carbon. I don't want it to be something that's so delicate. And you know, we weren't really going for weight in this. Yeah, we could have probably pulled a mold and made like a true carbon bumper, but that's a steel bumper under there that we were able to suck a little closer to the body. And then skin in carbon. I like to use it as an accent. We're not probably using it for the correct purpose of saving weight by any means, but we're using it because it looks badass.
It does. What does this thing weigh? 3,200-ish?
Yes, it's 3150, I think, when we scaled it. It's light.
Is that you guys, the rocker treatment?
That's OEM. So it's an OEM cover that's over the exhaust. We've just Cerakoted it.
But this piece here?
Yeah, so this is factory. This normally would have been, would have been finished in black, and then the paint would end there, and this just would have been polished. So we just basically painted it body color to try to more or less modernize it.
I've never noticed this before until now because it accents. It gives other places for shadows to hide and pop stuff.
Yeah, the pearl in the paint really highlights all the curvatures of this car, so there's some neat details like that.
Speaking of which, what is this color? Is this another one of your custom blends?
It is,
yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but a lot of people give us flack because we do a lot of cars in this color spectrum, if you will.
You do a lot of gray stuff.
I like it. I think it's aggressive and modern at the same time. You put them all next to each other, they are all very different colors.
I'm sure.
So it's not like we're painting them all the same color.
Yeah.
Like this and the Mustang and the Chrysler, they are so night and day different.
Obviously flush mount.
Yep. Yeah, so there would have originally been like a vent panel here that we've eliminated and moved to try to sleek out the car some more.
So stock door.
Yeah, so all that's been modified on the door. The 64s typically have pads that make the door handle sit flat, but the car was so low, it was kind of goofy to grab with the door handle being down, so we removed those pads so the door handle actually angles uphill a little bit, and then there would have been a big fat lock right there. Everything's been changed all electric.
Solenoids, yeah.
So it's like, because the catch is on the door now and the latch is in the body, so you have to be able to operate it electrically from here. So there's micro switches in the door to make that work, and that's all modern C6 Corvette latching.
You geek pretty good on your gaps, don't you? This is such a sexy car, dude. Like you said, it's got hips, and I mean,
Yeah, for days.
God dang, do you guys make this in-house?
The cap itself is the original cap.
I was nervous
Yeah,
to
no,
start
sorry.
pulling on your car, like
No,
that's not
so
cool.
that opens up to do the fuel, but
Oh, yeah.
the insert we 3D print in-house. So there was a carbon edition of the C7 Corvette. So we kind of played off of that with the carbon treatment. So I wanted it to have like, this is an OEM upgraded package that this
Yeah.
car could have had, you know, so you'll see it in the steering wheel, horn button, and then on the gas filler cap.
Yeah, so did the big pink elephant in the room we haven't started to discuss yet. Because it's solid Windows 64.
Correct.
What prompted?
The owner, that was his.
He wanted that.
Wanted it to be a split window. When we know it's a 64, and we've had numerous arguments with people over what year the car is, because they know what year the car is because of this is a $80 piece that you buy. So for 80 bucks, you could have yourself a split window. Yeah,
so
they
where
basically
does it? So where do you
reproduce.
cut?
It basically kind of comes down, and then you section it in the top and bottom. And then, you know, we made the whole interior structure all out of aluminum and bonded it into the car.
That was one of the things when you first built this car that caught my eye. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, take a 64, take the sexiest part of the 63 and put it in here. Then I gotta assume glass is all custom made for this, yeah?
All the glass is custom on this
Yeah,
car, flush
yeah.
mounted. Having the larger oversized glass gives a more modern feel to it.
Yeah. That's still stock style taillights, right? Is it not?
No, so the taillights we 3D printed and designed in-house and made our own. They're kind of
Of
similar.
course, the one thing I'm like, oh, they didn't make those.
It's got a halo running light and then a center brake light. So it has like a 2-stage filament, like a more modern car basically. And we wanted to pull some of the like turbine look of the factory wheels that would have been on this car and pay some tribute to that.
God, I keep saying it. It's such a sexy car, dude. Like, I know people are watching this right now going, yeah, he's right. Yeah. I don't always agree with Sean, but yeah, that's a sexy car. Oh, dude. This is so let's go for a drive car.
It's one of my favorite cars we've built, but that's the best part of this car is the driving experience.
I love the carpet kit you did on here.
So we don't do any stitching. So we'll build all the panels, like we built all the door panels, you know, they all have interior lighting in them and all the carbon stuff, you know, 3D printed all the door handles and all that stuff. But as far as like the
You're
padding,
doing all
the
that
sewing,
in-house.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. What's the company on the wheel? I recognize this.
Build Specialties.
There we go. Yeah, thank you. You've retained like stock Corvette. I mean,
Yes.
obviously changed it, but I like the shapes are familiar to me.
Yeah, so the dash itself, like the pods and stuff, they're the OEM pods, but then we wrapped them in Alcantara, you know, and then the dash is two-toned, but eliminated like the chrome treatments on them, and you know, the
Yeah.
Cerakoting on them matches all the Cerakote trim that's on the exterior of the car. Obviously, like the center waterfall feature is where, in theory, the most changes happen, moving
Through here.
Yeah, moving
Yeah.
the clock out of there and getting the AC vents where they're functional, and you know, because a lot of the aftermarket ACs, the vents are tucked way under here, and you don't really get any cooling. So having
I
the
just
control.
caught this. You're popping the doors from right here.
Correct.
Is that something you do on multiple cars or only these two?
No, the Chrysler's the same way, the Mustang's the same way. I like using electronic actuation to get out. I don't want clunky door handles and stuff rattling inside the door. It just keeps the door a little more solid feeling at the end of the day.
There's more of a focus to drive the car rather than to look around at all my cool shit in here. Like even seeing little things like that. Now, is that you guys 3D printing some new version or is that the
No,
original?
that's OEM. Yeah,
It
we
is.
made all new knobs basically.
Yeah.
So we 3D printed all the knobs.
But all your labels here, lights, wiper, this is all OG.
that's just an OEM cluster, yeah. I mean,
That's tasteful. Even the cigarette lighter. Come on. Hey, you got to smoke?
yeah, the car still has a lot of its original soul left,
It does.
if you will.
No audio?
It does. That's actually a Bluetooth controller, so there's just
Sure.
some speakers in the back and a couple in the dash.
I'd be listening to the side pipe blast in my friggin' ears.
I don't think it ever gets used.
Yeah, I'm
so,
sure, man. I'm sure. Dakota Digitals?
Yeah.
Doing a harness bar and harnesses, is that pretty traditional for you?
Not always, no. It's kind of up to the customer of how much safety they want, in
Yeah.
essence. We typically, obviously, are always doing a lap belt,
Sure.
but I'm not a fan of a 3-point. So
Okay.
I'm not going to put a 3-point in a car, so you either get a lap belt or you get 4-point harnesses.
Okay. What are these seats?
They're the factory seats. from the
No
start.
way.
Yep, we just basically stripped them down, made our own foam and own covers. The best option was the factory ones, and we'd done a couple of these cars, so we knew that they could be, you know, rebuilt and restructured to give you some more bolster. You kind of become part of this car. It's, you know, it's wrapped around you when you're in it. So
I can tell, which, you know, you just led us right to the next thing, which is, I think it's time to go for a drive. Hey guys, want to throw out a huge thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode. If you like to play, if you like to have fun, by the way, it is March, good time for college basketball. I highly recommend go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Make sure to use the code Autotopia. And with that, bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets. So March is a really fun time if you're into college basketball. DraftKings offers same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout, so I highly recommend jump in, go have some fun. If sports betting isn't yet legal or available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have a shot at winning some cash prizes. But you got to make sure you go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You got to make sure you use the Autotopia code. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets. So just want to thank DraftKings again for sponsoring today's episode. Now let's jump back in and check out this car. Oh, this is so good already. I tell you, bro, I mean, obviously, 2 seconds seat time and then the Chevelle. You can tell you build really good-looking, very beautiful, full-on show cars that are highly, totally drivable cars.
Yeah, that's the end goal at the end of the day. I mean, both of these cars, you know, they're powder-coated chassis. You know, the underside's either satin black or undercoated, depending on the car.
Yeah.
So they're designed to get some of that road grime, but be able to be clean. But it's not full show underneath.
Yeah. What are you geared at in the rear on this car?
373, but it's a really tall first, or really short first gear.
Got it. I like it actually, so that gives you the ability to highway move it.
Yes.
But get out of the hole quickly as well. Yeah. I know when a car is good because I just shut up and want to drive.
That's literally my favorite part about this car. I probably have more miles on this car than the customer does.
Really? How many are on here?
There's not very many. I want to say there's probably around 1,800.
Yeah. God, I tell you, man, I know part of it's just how I'm hearing it, but I've driven a lot of the Superformance Cobras.
Yeah.
And this is very reminiscent of that tone.
Having that crossover pipe on the side pipes, I think, took some of that inherent LS sound away, and it almost gave it a little bit of that Ford vibe. It
reminds me of when they do that Roush small block 427. That's what these side pipes are reminding me of right now. Really nice cars, dude.
Thank you.
And I know it's not just you. I know it's a team of guys.
It is. It takes all of us to do it for sure.
How many people work in your shop?
There's 5 of us total.
This car's great, man. I tell you, it's a testament to RS.
It really is.
I've driven a number of their cars now, and I talk highly about them, like I said anyways, because I like them as people. There is no denying what they do.
Yeah, they have it pretty figured out.
They really do, man. Oh, come on, this car's so good. This car's just begging to be driven. It hates me right now.
It's a popcorn machine.
Come on. I love, too, the clutch on this car. What do you use for clutches?
This car's got a McLeod twin disc.
My view of you was you're probably a big 15, 20 person shop because of the profile of some of the cars you guys have done. Corrupt was a big car. The Chrysler, big car, man. I mean, you made grade 8 with that car, right?
We did.
For any of you guys that haven't seen the car we're talking about, go look up American Legends Chrysler. It's a 300, right?
59 300.
Yeah. Well, you can tell this car just wants to eat. It's hungry. It's getting hangry right now, man.
It doesn't like to go slow.
No.
Yeah, the cam profile and it's nice. You don't get a lot of surging. It's easier to drive at low RPMs with the big displacement.
I'm such a massive, I like all the forms of boost, I really do. I love NA cars, dude. I really do. Yeah, nice car. But you really could just drive this car down the road like this. The suspension is super compliant.
It is.
God, the sounds are so good, man.
That's why the stereo never gets used.
And that's just natural. It's not like you do something to a tune, right, to get the pops. It's all natural.
I mean, it's a shorter exhaust system, which is inherent to have some of the popping sound. You know, some of the way the car's fueled on D-cell will cause that.
Okay. Getting a lot of Cobra vibe out of it, dude. I keep coming back to that, man.
But there's
not completely, but it does not. This does not sound like an LS.
No, I mean, it's got those big fender well headers of equal length tubes, you know, and
Oh, I didn't know it was all equal.
we're putting all the, you know, tubes in sequential firing order, so it's not just tubes here, tubes there kind of thing. So there was some thought put into it, you know, basically to try to make it a little more of a performance-oriented header, you know, but then also fill up the engine bay.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I don't know if I'm half a foot into your throttle on this car. Bro, let's turn around. Let's head for Santa Barbara, man. We got a couple hours ahead of us. We'll take turns, you know?
We could do that.
Boy, what a wonderful driving car, brother. Yes, I knew it was gonna be like that with you driving, right on.
Slicing through the air like pizza.
Oh, I love this car, brother. Dude, I love this fucking car. Oh, this is such a badass car, bro.
Thank you.
You can tell you enjoy driving this car.
I like this car.
It's really obvious. That would just never get old, that sound when you lift.
It doesn't.
No headrest, my long neck is shooting back.
was already a fan of what Tony does at American Legends, especially just knowing him as a person, having driven 2 of his cars today, knocked out by what these guys do. This one, I just fell in love with. This car is wonderful. Just the sounds alone that this makes, let alone sitting on that Roadster Shop chassis, the NA motor, just glorious, man. Totally knocked out, not to mention rolling some gears. That was a fun day of shooting with Tony, American Legends, our friend Dana. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Throw out a reminder about our podcast launching, Autotopia LA podcast channel, sometime mid-April. And also, if you like the merch, go hit it now because usually we sell out of stuff, atlamerch.com. With that, big thanks for hanging and watching what we do. I'll see you in the next one. All right, man, later.